Mr. Daniel, we know Christ came to save all that are lost in sin. So how do you relate this to our topic of discourse for today, escaping Sodom?
Indeed, we should have one thing in mind. The Bible says that we are in the world, but we are not of the world. That's talking about those that have already escaped Sodom. So we don't just stop by not being part of the world. Of course, a part of the mission of Jesus is that as us being witness is to bear witness of Him, to let others know Christ. First of all, it should be on the basis of love, just like what my brother said earlier about them. There always this anxiety that you are going to judge them. So if you are going to pick somebody out of Sodom in way of escape, just like Lot did. Yes, the concern should be on the basis of the approach at which you are able to execute such mandate, because you are not just there to escape and leave them dry. You have to make sure that you deep hand and pick out somebody. So I think what our brother said there made a point to me. I remembered something, because for you to preach to somebody, you must not be sounding judgmental. It must be in love. If I discover that you're putting on a dirty clothes and I walk straight to you and say that, oh, your clothes are dirty, the tune at which I present it will determine whether you're going to accept it or not. So I think if you have
well, I have a bit of a bias when it comes to being judgmental, not being judgmental, and all of that, because we need to define in context what being judgmental is. Sodom is already a system that is judgmental. I mean, of course, on the negative side, like I said, it's always attacking the truth. So how do you defend an attack? That's basically what you are going to be doing.
Can we paint a simple scenario? Now, let's paint. Remember, I shared a story of briefly where I left my white shirt, and I love that shirt so much. Indeed, yes.
Your soaked shirt.
Yes, I discovered actually I wanted to help her to put on a cupboard, but already I've noticed her advances for a very long time. You understand?
But you still went to her house.
Exactly.
No, reason why I went is because I wanted to, be a good person.
No,
you understand?
I disagree.
It's not about. I'm trying to, show love.
Be a good person.
I can actually win her over with that. Because I've already been preaching to her several times, and
you went alone.
It's not only. Yes.
So wrong.
Yeah.
I love the reluctance in your response.
I'm going to disagree you saying it's so wrong. Who will I carry to our house?
No.
There are many people you could have actually.
As my classmate.
Yes.
This person has been making advances, and as a Christian brother, you know that the Bible encourages us to do what? Flee. So what do? You try to go with another person, maybe a female or a male.
She's not my church
member. You're not about that your church.
So I didn't view from that.
But then let's thank God that God saved you eventually and all of that. But then
I didn't view from that light, because my intention going there was to teach her MTH 101.
Wow.
That's general mathematics. That was my intention. So based on all the pressure, you are very good in math. Can you come and tutor me? And I went around for the lady deliberately delayed, because the intention was just. It's supposed to be an open space. And you understand? So, but the conversation went from 1 hour to 2 hours. When she started saying that she wanted to study, it was around 6. Okay. So at that point, I was still patient. So when you are talking about love, it involves not just you trying to win them over with love. You have to exercise patience. Because if you discover in the Bible, in book of Genesis chapter 19, when Abraham initially was 50 persons, but Abraham was patient enough, keep on, Bibbing it down. Please,
I would have to cut you short here.
Okay.
Let me say, in my concluding thoughts, I would advise all young people who know about scriptures and you've been advised to flee, to actually flee. Also, please permit me to use that word. Also, for those that are from the east, also run, flee. In every sense of the word, run, please.
What will not happen to you winning them over? That's my concern.
There are different ways
that's what I was saying. That's what I was saying. It's a two-way thing.
Okay.
because you are escaping Sodom and you are trying to bring as many as possible as you can with you.
Okay.
Lot also attempted that anyways, but then it was a little bit skewed because that
Mm.
was towards the end, and all
Okay.
of that. Scriptures recorded out that he walked up to some of these people and then asked them to, come with him. He walked up to them. The angels told him to go and call everybody he knows. So scriptures recorded that he went to his in-laws. He went to them and then tried to tell them,
Yes.
but they did not listen.
Okay.
Now, that's why I say we know better now as believers, as New Testament believers,
Okay.
that we first fight those battles on our knees.
Okay.
And when you are advancing, you also do not come to a point where you make yourself vulnerable.
Okay.
You did mention the instance of going to visit a lady alone
Yes.
who is not a believer,
Yes.
or who you know
And making
is
advances.
probably on the borderline, or is bipolar. So yes, so there's a need to protect yourself so you don't become vulnerable, but there's also the need to be intentional.
Okay.
There's a level of intentionality with which we reach out to the unsaved. We are living blameless, yes, but then we are also reaching out with a lot of intentionality.
Paint a picture where you want to speak to a prostitute in a booth.
I've not done that, but in the days that I will do that, if the Lord permits, I will do it with the wisdom of God. Again, you start on your knees. I don't think you necessarily have to go to the brothel anyways. I don't think, I may be wrong, but personally,
Okay.
I will not. I would rather stop you on your way to the brothel or probably on your way back, any of the two.